cut the lead to one twice, but what happened with the start? Obviously, there's been issues this year.
Yeah, we were flat. We give up both of the goals are just not supporting our D. Our D were in the rush. Our D was pinched on the two situations, and our forward didn't back them up, gave up a 2-on-1.
We talked this morning about how you kind of approach things differently, considering how there are all these young guys down there. I guess, how do you look at this game with that in mind? Like, how does that take a different perspective?
I'm not sure what you're asking me. I'm going to look at this game and do the tape and just try to get better and show them some of the things we need to work on, some of the things we did right, and wake up tomorrow and start another day.
So I guess like the fact that it was all young guys today doesn't like change how you look at it normally if you were.
Well, there's certain things that you go over more with youth than with veteran guys. There's some mistakes made by younger guys that you handle a little bit differently, yeah. But yeah, I look at the tape and then that speaks to me, and I'll just go about it after that as far as our meeting's concerned.
John, what are some characteristics of good NHL organizations who are able to overcome injuries to key players?
What are you asking me?
What are some characteristics of good NHL organizations that can overcome injuries to key players?
What team does it the best? Is that what you're asking me?
What are their characteristics? How are they able to do that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
John, I want to go on a high note. Tanner, great first goal. Would loved it in a win, got it in a loss. He's been popping off this game, though. How do you compare this performance to his other performances this season?
Who are you speaking of?
Tanner, his first game coming up from Lehigh.
Yeah, he had some good shifts, flattened out, had another couple of good shifts. Yeah. Scored a goal, that's good. Maybe that'll help him.
You talked about those two turnovers not supporting your D. Is it kind of the growing pains right now, especially with all the younger guys?
No, not those. Not those. I have a 27-year-old that should be backing up the first one, and another player that's played in the league for a number of games that should be backing up the second one. So that's not everything's going to be blamed on youth here. Those are fundamental mistakes we made as far as just simply backing up. When you see your D involved somewhere, that last forward needs to back up. We didn't on both occasions. It's in the back of our net.
On the flip side of the defensive mistakes, I know this past week you've talked a little bit about the importance of making plays. Where do you feel like the playmaking was?
Not many at all. By either team. I thought it was a really low-event game. We didn't give them much. We gave them some easy ones there in the 2-on-1, but other than that, there wasn't. I thought it looked like two teams with low energy. I thought we gained some when we scored and had some chances. Kevin has an open net there. I thought we had some chances with the goalie pulled. That's going to have to be the recipe for us. We're going to need great goaltending. Our goaltender is going to have to be the best player every night, and we got to try to keep a game close to make it into a one-bounce game or a lucky goal or whatever it may be. I think that's the way we're going to have to find our way until we get some of our lineup solidified.
John, you mentioned Kevin. What did you think of him at left wing? Since the first time he's ever played there with the Flyers.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. I thought his game. Obviously, we moved the lines around. I thought Frosty's line really struggled, and we may revisit that line again. But tonight, I just need to split it up, and Kevin jumped back in the middle and made some plays, had some chances, was in some of the offense that we did have. We didn't have a whole bunch, and again, I don't think Calgary did either. But Hazy will be fine there if I put him there.
You mentioned about the goaltending. You guys are going to need great goaltending. This is a really busy stretch for you guys. You're in the middle of it. There's more games coming. Are you getting any sense that Carter might be getting a bit tired due to the
Yes, yeah, I don't buy that. I not to this point. We have had a lot of days off, and I think sometimes a goaltender can be talked into being tired. at least to this game here. I think he's fresh enough to play up to this game. Now, what happens our next game, I don't know. Dilly and I have those conversations, but I think that's part of Carter growing too, is to handle some of the load. And so we'll see. Again, I'm not. I do think athletes can be talked into being tired, and sometimes an athlete has to battle through it when we're in a little bit of a jam, and you're the number one guy. You battle through it and try to find a way to help us. I think that's part of growing as a goaltender.
John, you had a special guest before the game, reading off the starting lineup. What did it mean for you to be able to give the family that moment?
Yeah, those are hard times. I had an opportunity to talk to the young man before he passed, and yeah, you feel for the family. The past couple of nights, as far as the presentations, and you see some of these kids that fight their ass off, right, for the number one thing, a living, not a hockey game. So yeah, I'm glad they stepped in there. The brother seemed very excited. I got a chance to meet the mom, and yeah, so we're thrilled that they got to be a part of it. I wish we won the game for them, but it didn't happen that way.